The final chance to make the final table. For 2 decades, the penultimate day has delivered some of the greatest moments at EPT Barcelona. Moments of drama.
Doesn't get there, Ola Shimmy and busts a 9th and bubbles the final table.
Dominance.
There's the professional level, and there's the Ivy League.
Disappointment.
Jawanda eliminated, couldn't quite score the second EPT Barcelona title.
And delight.
Just an ace or a king.
It's a king!
Wow, this is incredible.
9 remain in this year's main event. Only 6 will return for the final day.
I can't believe I'm getting to play a day 6 of an EPT main again, and have done it in like 5 months between EPT, Monte Carlo, and here.
You have to run so hard to make it to the final table of the tournament with 2,000 players.
This is their time.
I'm very happy to be here. It's just amazing.
You hope that this is the trip you're gonna run good?
Making the final table to me means everything.
Every moment counts.
It is all over. Stevic takes the win here in Barcelona.
Jason Mercier, he went with his instinct, he made the call. Livery is the champion of EPT San Remo.
Nicky Coren has done it! 2 main event titles!
Sebastian Mallets has gone from poker fanboy to poker champion.
I have no words, James. No words.
Giuliano Bendinelli bounces back.
It is Simon Vinciac who takes the trophy. Goat man, the goat man.
This part, this right here, never gets old.
Welcome once again to Barcelona, where we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of the PokerStars European Poker Tour. It's James Hartigan alongside Joe Stapleton.
Hello, my babies.
And day 6 of the 5K main event continues. We're down to just 1 table, with 9 remaining from the 1,975 who started. They've all locked up the better part of 140,000 euros, and there is now a huge pay jump with every single elimination. We started the day with 16 players. Steven Song continued to conquer.
Wow!
Aided and abetted by a little bit of luck.
Good luck, guys. Well played. What's it like to be you? It's pretty sweet.
While Fabiano Kowalski ran pretty good, getting the better of Rani and Nasruddin and taking the chip lead.
1.35.
I call. Nice hand.
Thank you.
Before Harry Lodge showed us his stiff upper lip.
Okay, I call.
I have the king.
Oh, that's good to know. Now it's more painful when I lose.
Only to be shown the door. So Fabiano Kowalski comes into 9-handed play with more than 9.2 million, 77 big blinds, just ahead of Croatian player Boris Kuzmanovic. Lan Jimwei, Steven Song, and Alex Fournier all have healthy stacks, while Rani and Nasruddin is now playing fewer than 45 big blinds, and Romania's Marius Patea is the shortest stack with 17 big blinds.
You're Romania.
So Kowalski has the chip advantage right now, but he knows there are no guarantees.
If you're a chip leader and you lose a little bit, you feel like that's how it works. No matter what it comes, like you have to have a plan.
After taking some hits earlier, Rani Nasruddin is reflecting and regrouping as she aims to make back-to-back final tables.
It's nice when you can blame, lady luck, but when it's just you playing, you've got to take a moment and like self-reflect. No matter what happens today, I've accomplished something.
And with the trophy now in sight, Steven Song is doing some reflecting of his own.
Me who used to binge EPTs and watch all the EPT main event highlights, he would be pretty proud right now.
So the players have drawn for seats, and Steven Song will be to the left of fellow US pro David Coleman.
Oh, wow. Look who's here. How we doing?
And from day one all the way here, it's pretty sick.
Hell yeah.
It takes longer to finish EPT Barcelona than it did for God to create the Earth. Just saying.
So Rania Nasruddin is just one elimination away from making her second consecutive EPT final table.
I think she's gonna do it.
Lin Jianwei, as focused as ever.
Is he?
And chip leader Fabiano Kowalski, always wearing a smile.
Hi, Bob.
Hello, Fabiano. I'm just kidding, that was me.
Well, I was fooled. A reminder that the winner of this year's EPT Barcelona main event will claim more than 1.5 million euros. Second place is worth just under $1 million. The next player out walks away with 139,750 euros.
Those are some big differences.
Good luck, guys.
Have fun, guys.
Have fun, yeah.
Have fun.
And we're getting the action underway. Blinds are 60k, 120k with a 120k big blind ante, and the blinds will be going up soon. Action will start on David Coleman. Ace King.
Ace King off under the gun, I would be screaming.
240.
Raises to 240,000. Gets a fold from Steven Song.
Started with 7.5.
6-1.
6-1?
Yep.
It's like more.
No, that's 6-1.
So Patea's folded as well. Kowalski with king-queen suited.
And a call would be pretty standard against under the gun with this much money on the line.
There is the call. Nasruddin and Kuzmanovic have folded. Fournier gives up the button. Jianwei folds the small blind. Andrew Hume folds the big blind. Heads up to the flop. A domination situation. The flop. 4, Jack, Queen. A domination rotation. Kowalski with top pair.
Rotation nation.
Coleman with a gut shot. He checks. And Kowalski is betting. Into a pot of 780,000, he bets 275,000.
I don't think he's really protecting against much here, just betting this for pure value. And he knows under the gun, Coleman's gonna have a lot of hands that will call at least one more card.
Coleman has called. We go to the turn, which is the 8 of hearts. Kowalski now an 84% favorite. Coleman checks again.
And Kowalski could very well go for value again.
850.
He sizes up, 850,000. Coleman lets it go. So Kowalski chips up.
Where's the Brazilian rail? Come on.
They're still waiting for the 45th O in their Vamo banner to get printed.
So Fabiano now has more than 10 million chips, and he does in fact already have a rail. It's his wife Mariana, who is pregnant with their first child.
Oh, we're just gonna assume that?
And blinds are up. We're now playing 100,000, 150,000 with a 150,000 big blind ante. Action on Rania Nasruddin. She folds. Kuzmanovic.
Love that EPT 20 track jacket.
So out. Jack 9 of clubs for Alex Fournier.
He cannot.
Then Jianwei passes. As does Andrew Hume. David Coleman has ace-queen in the cutoff.
Here we go again.
He opens to 350,000. Rounds the blinds. Patea folds the small. Kowalski in the big.
A bit more than 5, right?
5-2, I think.
Offsuit, this is probably a fold. But suited makes a big difference.
He calls. So it's Coleman versus Kowalski, round 2. The flop. 3, 4, 5. Kowalski with 2 pair. Coleman with ace high and a wheel draw.
Kowalski outflops him again.
And he leads, 225,000.
Similar situation to last time. Coleman is going to feel compelled to call this bet a lot.
He does call. We go to the turn, which is a 3, pairing the board.
Fabiano still going to be madly in love with his hand.
That's 300,000.
And sadly for David, he knows Fabiano is going to double barrel in this spot a lot since the board favors the big blind's range. He may feel compelled to call a second time.
He does call a second time. 2 million in the pot. 9 on the river, a 4th diamond. Neither player has a diamond. Kowalski's 2 pair, still good.
Can he find one last value bet on the 4 flush board?
Yes, he can. And it's a big one, almost full pot, 1.8 million. Coleman with just ace high, folds.
Oh, seems right.
Yeah, it seems right.
And Kowalski now up to 11 million.
Suspicious, but I guess you didn't have a decision.
I didn't have a decision.
Suspicious what?
We're saying it's suspicious. You Brazilians are crazy, huh?
Crazy like a raposa. That's a fox in Brazilian Portuguese. Learn to pick up on context clues, would you?
Nine players remain here at the PokerStars European Poker Tour, and Brazilian pro Fabiano Kowalski has extended his chip lead.
I won a couple hands and a king-queen hand that I was betting for value.
Brazilians are crazy, huh?
His mission is to make another Barcelona main event final table. Last time he was here, in 2022, Kowalski certainly impressed. And Pinto moves all in!
Oh, man.
Huge bluff from the qualifier.
Call here would be incredible.
To hero or not to hero? Kowalski makes the call!
Got him.
Wow!
Huge moment, was just a cool hand. Cool in every way.
Right now, the smart money's on Kowalski making the final table for the second time in 3 years, and to help him out, I bet the other way.
Back to the action. Blinds still 100,000, 150,000 with a 150K big blind ante. Kowalski, first to act. That's a king. That's a 10.
This is exactly the kind of hand you can start bossing it with when you're the chip leader and probably have to fold under the gun when you're not.
He raises to 300,000.
He's also raising the short stacks big blind.
Action has been folded to qualifier Alex Fournier. Around to Lin Jian Wei. He's out. Andrew Hume is folded. David Coleman's on the button with King Queen.
Ooh, this one's going to be right on the line. He's in position, but he's against under the gun, and there are still 2 players to act.
Fold.
Gives it up. It's around to Marius Patea in the big blind with 6-3 of spades.
I legit don't know what you're supposed to do here. I think you call and try to flop some equity.
Fold.
Patea does call. Heads up to the flop.
Suited makes all the difference.
3, king, 6. Top pair for Kowalski, 2 pair for Patea.
This qualifies as some equity.
Action check to Kowalski, who continues for 275,000.
Patea probably freaking out on the inside right now. You're Romania.
900.
Check raises to 900,000. Kowalski
in a terrible spot.
has top pair, reasonable kicker, makes the call. We're going to the turn. It's the 7 of hearts. Patea is now better than a 4-1 favorite.
And he should make another bet here for sure.
He's got less than pot.
All in.
He shoves.
Maybe a bit much to get called.
Kowalski thinking about it.
Kowalski's got a diamond blocker. That's one hand he'd be doing well against. He lets it go.
Patea wins the pot.
Year of Romania.
Nice. Thank you.
What's it like to have friends? Is it nice?
Yeah, where the are our friends?
Some friends we have, pal.
They're probably still sleeping it off from last night.
So Patea up to 4.6 million, 30 big blinds. And it isn't just Marius who has fans in the stands. Several players have supporters on the rail. We've got Rania's crew in the house. They saw a deep run in Monte Carlo. Now they want to show their support here. And in the middle is Kerry Jane Craigie, who's director of poker at the Hippodrome in London.
Love Kerry Jane.
Fabiano Kowalski is still being railed by his wife, Mariana, and no doubt, more Brazilians are on their way.
Is that a pregnancy joke?
10th place finisher Harry Lodge is here to watch Andrew Hume, who he's sharing a room with here in Barcelona.
Sounds pretty hot.
And there is Team America. Looks like they've just arrived. In the middle is Stephen Song's girlfriend, Miji, and on the far left is Cherish Andrews, who's the favorite to win GPI Female Player of the Year.
We gotta get Cherish on the podcast.
David Coleman, of course, is a contender to win the trophy for overall player of 2024.
Can you be next to me in the group photo if we both get there?
Well, of course.
Thanks, pal.
Aw.
Action is on Marius Patea. He folds. Fabiano Kowalski
It's on me, eh?
It is on you.
gets out of the way. Rania Nasruddin.
Patience, Rania.
She passes. Boris Kuzmanovic is out. Alex Fournier not going to play this one. Lin Jianwei has aces. I predict he will play this hand.
Jianwei, the Rihanna hand.
So he's raised to 300,000. Andrew Hume with King 7 suited folds the button. Queen 9 suited for David Coleman in the small blind.
Could be tempted.
He calls. Stephen Song in the big, folds. Once again, we go heads up to the flop. 9, 4, 10. Second pair for Coleman, but Jianwei way ahead with his overpair.
Pretty dangerous for David.
Let's check to Jianwei. And Jianwei checks behind.
Weird.
5 of clubs on the turn. Jianwei nearly a 9-1 favorite now. Coleman checks a second time.
Jianwei's got to try to get some value now.
Yeah, we're going to see a delayed C-bet.
Plus that's 88% equity. Very lucky number in Chinese culture.
Half pot, 450K.
It looks like his flop deception may work out.
Coleman calls. We have a pot of 1.8 million as we go to the river. Oh, it's a queen. 2 pair for Coleman.
It did not work out.
Coleman checks again.
And just how deep is this value cut gonna go?
He's counting out 1/3 pot, 600,000.
I mean, this bet would get called by a 9, possibly. But Queen 9, a lot of folks would happily call here, but you don't shoot to the top of the global rankings by winning the minimum, do ya?
That is a raise to 2.2 million. And Lin Jianwei with a big decision now. And that is his final time bank card.
Could really hurt him in this spot. Get going.
Not that, man. Last 25 seconds. Call.
He makes the call. And David Coleman adds 3.25 million to his stack. Frustration from Jianwei.
I mean, aces cracked is hurtful.
Well, that hand brings David Coleman a step closer to making the final day of the tournament. And throughout this event, his thoughts have been focused on a very important figure in his life.
My dad was my hero. He's like the most likable guy in the room. Amazing listener, like coached my sports teams. He was just like, he was awesome. Everyone loved him. Unfortunately, got sick and passed away about 6 years ago. The day after. Tomorrow's actually his birthday. He would be 67. Yeah, I really miss him. He's my best friend. If I win this one, it's for my dad, yeah. I wouldn't be here today without him, so.
Oh, that's so young. Do it for your dad, man.
We are still 9-handed in the EPT Barcelona main event. Andrew Hume first to act on this next hand. Folds. It's round to Steven Song, who has ace-king.
In tournament poker, Song plays you.
Raises to 300,000. Marius Patea folds. Fabiano Kowalski. 8-4. Gives it up. Ace-5 for Rania.
Ooh.
Lets it go.
Good work.
Boris Kuzmanovic has jacks on the button.
These are two huge stacks, so we probably won't see a flip.
Kuzmanovic elects to call and play the flop in position. Fournier folds the small blind. Jianwei folds the big blind. Heads up to the flop. 6, 6, 10. Jacks still ahead.
This is the dream no overcard flop for jacks, like when no one sits next to you when you board the airplane.
Song has checked. Kuzmanovic takes over the betting lead. 325,000.
Song almost certainly going to see another card.
Makes the call. We go to the turn. Which is the king of hearts. Song now the favorite with 95% equity.
Kaboom! Two crying babies in the middle seat.
Check, check. 10 on the river. Double paired board now.
Jack's losing to a 10 also.
Song goes for value, 450,000. Kuzmanovic folds.
I had it. You'll see on break.
With that hand, Steven Song has reclaimed the chip lead. So would you like to have an incredible experience in one of the greatest places in the world? You could join us at one of our live events. Start your poker journey today. Find out how by heading over to PokerStars. Here in Barcelona, Steven Song has reclaimed the chip lead in the PokerStars European Poker Tour main event.
I had it.
But he's not taking it for granted. He's staying focused on playing his A game.
I would say that like when you're in these moments, it kind of just feels normal until it's over. And I think that's how it's always been for these massive poker tournaments.
And he plans on keeping his promise to David Coleman.
Can you be next to me in the group photo if we both get there?
Well, of course.
Thanks, pal.
He said, can we stand next to each other? But of course, yeah, definitely. I mean, I've known him for almost my whole poker career, so.
But will they be in each other's winners' photos? That's the true test of friendship.
So, Steven Song is at the top of the leaderboard with 11.5 million. David Coleman has moved into 4th place. Fabiano Kowalski has dropped down to 5th with 6.25 million.
Look at that, Song at the top of the charts.
Nice. Blinds are now 100,000, 200,000 with a 200K big blind ante. And the action is on Boris Kuzmanovic. He folds. Alex Fournier is out. Pocket 10s for Lin Jianwei.
He just had his aces cracked. Hopefully the 10s fare better.
He's raised it to 400,000. Round to Marius Patea on the button. Nope. Fabiano Kowalski in the small blind. Lets it go. Rania Nasruddin with 5-3 of spades in the big blind.
Terrifyingly, this is a defend.
She calls. And they go to the flop. The 3 of hearts, the queen of spades, the jack of spades. It's a post-flop flip. Lin ahead right now with 10s, Rania with a pair and a flush draw.
I mean, with that amount of equity, I don't know how you don't snap get it in.
So with the action checked to him, Lin Jianwei will continue for 250,000.
Wait, I do know how you don't snap get it in. It's called ICM.
Check raise from Rania Nasruddin, 600,000.
By the way, ICM in layman's terms means don't go out next, make more money.
1.8.
A 3-bet from Jianwei. He's re-raised to 1.8 million.
What the heck is going on here?
Nasruddin calls, and neither player has a pot-sized bet left as we go to the turn. Which is a 5, 2-pair for Rania.
I'm all in.
And she shoves.
How much?
With this action, most of the time, Rania would be getting snapped here. But Jianwei's got the bottom of his range. I don't think there's any way he can call with 3rd pair.
He's also out of time bank cards, so he's got fewer than 20 seconds to make a decision.
I mean, he's unblocking spades, and that's about all he's ahead of. Spades that don't already have pairs.
He folds.
I wanted a call. Nice hit. Thank you, ladies.
People, do not try this at home.
Bit of a dent to Lin Jianwei's stack. Rania now up to 6.7 million, 33 bigs.
Guys, I'm basically back to average. Can we just take a moment and revel in the joy that I'm back to average?
I don't know how she does it.
Lines up again. 125,000, 250,000 with a 250K big blind ante. And Rania Nasruddin first to act. She folds.
But not for me.
Good one.
Round to Fournier. He passes. Jianwei. Out. Hume folds. Coleman and Song have both passed. So we're blind v blind. Patea in the small with ace-7 of hearts.
Patea, middle of the pack in chips.
He just calls.
Seems fine.
Fabiano Kowalski with pocket 8s in the big.
Well, I sure hope Patea wasn't limp trapping.
Raise.
Kowalski raises. Makes it 800,000 total.
A limp call with a suited ace seems perfectly reasonable here for Patea.
Well, this was unexpected. Patea re-raises to 2.75 million.
Okay, so you don't want to get outplayed by the pro here, but also you don't want to go broke when there's several shorter stacks.
How does Kowalski respond to this?
8's too strong to lay down.
I mean, if Kowalski comes over the top here, Patea kind of has to lay down the ace-7.
I literally have no idea.
All in.
So Kowalski does shove. Patea, what? Calls all in? How on earth did this happen?
You gotta fight for your right to Patea.
Wait.
13 million chips in the middle and Patea at risk.
Fabiano, understandably, a little concernicus.
Well, it is for most of his stack as well.
Absolutely massive amounts of equity on this next flop.
Well, that flop is 9 of diamonds, 9 of hearts, 5 of hearts, always a sweat. Patea with the flush draw now.
That is not a great flop for the 8s.
Yeah, Patea's equity has jumped to 41%. He has 11 outs. And he spikes an ace on the turn.
Year of Romania. Putting Brazil to shame this year, both on the felt and on the rail.
So Marius Patea survives unless there is an ocho on the river. Patea doubles up and Fabiano Kowalski will be left super short.
That was lucky.
That was absurd.
No, you're good. There's only one guy you have to be sorry to.
Just to be clear, Fabiano Kowalski started 9-handed play as chip leader and he's now down to just 5 big blinds.
That is sad.
Marius Patea, up to 13 million, more than 50 bigs. He has total live earnings of $370,000. His biggest live cash is just over 90K. His biggest EPT cash, 56,200 euros. And of course, he's guaranteed a lot more than that here in Barcelona.
Okay, that's way less sad. That's awesome.
Well, they're trying to hype up there, man.
Hype him up.
Get on your rally caps, Brazil.
Ugh, so much noise. So good.
That's the EPT, baby!
Well, Steven Song is still chip leader, but after that hand, Patea is now second on the leaderboard. Rania Nasruddin has moved up to 6th after that hand against Lin Jianwei. Fabiano Kowalski is in the danger zone.
Danger zone! It all happened so fast.
I know, right? Action folded to Patea. Queen 7 offsuit. He folds. Fabiano Kowalski has King 5 off.
Surely not this hand. Oh boy.
800?
He makes a pretty committing raise, 800K, leaving himself 400K behind. And Rania Nasruddin has jacks.
Rania may want to isolate, but also she doesn't want to shove and run into aces or ace-king suited.
I'm all in.
She does shove. She is all in. Let's see if anyone else has a hand. Round to Fournier on the button. Nope. Jianwei in the small blind. Folds, and Hume gives up the big blind. Fabiano Kowalski calls all in. He is at risk with an overcard against Rania Nasruddin's pair.
Could be worse, but it could certainly be better.
Rania cannot look.
I'd say she doesn't have much to worry about, but it is pocket jacks.
The flop is 3, 4, 8. Rania now better than a 4-1 favorite. It's not looking good for Brazil. They're trying to channel something. Okay, so Fabiano picks up a gut shot. Needs a king or a 6 on the river to survive.
Hey, Brazil, maybe if you had gotten here sooner, we wouldn't be in this position.
The river card is a queen.
That is a bummer.
Well, this game never fails to deliver shocks and surprises.
I now want to take Brazil out.
Fabiano Kowalski is gone from the EPT Barcelona main event.
3 near misses for Fabiano Kowalski in Barcelona. Pretty hard not to love this dude.
A 4th place finish in 2022. 9th here in 2024. But he does not make the official final table. Rania Nasruddin, on the other hand, has gone back-to-back.
Changing her name from Run Good Rania to Run God Rania.
Kowalski looked like a lock to make the final 8, but he's not too devastated to miss out on a spot at the FT.
It has been pretty special. I think I came well prepared, very happy with the way I played, even happier than the other years. Just very happy with the performance. That's the only thing I can ask myself.
There's been a dramatic turn of events here in Barcelona at the PokerStars European Poker Tour. Having started 9-handed play as chip leader, Fabiano Kowalski has just been eliminated in 9th place.
I went out, I got a beer, and that's okay. I'm over it. Let's go for the next one.
I didn't take pleasure in eliminating him, but it did kind of bring back some of the chips I had given him earlier.
So we're down to 8, the official final table. And Rania Nasruddin has just added her name to the EPT history books.
I would not have bet on me to be the person to be the next person to back-to-back EPT final tables. I mean, the 20th anniversary of the EPT here in Barcelona. I feel like it's like Christmas, but like with all of the presents under the tree.
If it's anything like Christmas at my house, most of those presents are just for show.
So the 8 finalists are all guaranteed 181,600 euros. More than $500,000 for 4th, nearly $1 million for the runner-up, and more than 1.5 million euros for the eventual champion. Line still 125,000, 250,000 with a 250K big blind ante. Rania Nasruddin first to act. She folds. Boris Kuzmanovic out. Alex Fournier has passed. Lin Jianwei throws it away. Andrew Hume folds. Ace-8 for David Coleman on the button.
It's definitely a raise on the button, but it doesn't feel as good as a bigger ace than this. And you gotta slow it down just a little. Make sure you don't have any timing tells.
Well, he's raised it to 600,000. Steven Song with King 3 of hearts in the small blind has not folded yet.
And this is exactly the sort of hand Song could attack a button raise with.
1.8.
Hello, 3-bet. 1.8 million.
I told you don't love raising with ace-8.
Patea in the big blind folds action back on Coleman.
You managed to find me at the bottom again, my friend.
And he folds the ace-8.
Oh, bad fold, pal.
Great fold, pal.
Who do we believe?
I'm not sure either one is right.
You'll see it on stream.
Yeah, you bluffed me.
I think that's the first time I even tried to bluff you.
Now we're admitting you didn't have it.
And Steven Song continues to consolidate his chip lead. Meanwhile, Lin Jianwei is down to fewer than 7 big blinds. He's under the gun here. with Jack 10 suited.
Coin.
And he shoves.
Optimistic, but probably wasn't going to see much better than this before blinding out.
Can I get a count?
Ronnie and Ezradine, ace-8 on the button.
Ace-8 again.
Is that all in two?
Yeah. She win, gift. Gift.
That's the gift. That's the gift.
The Jade card protector is in play.
You want to mono me?
She does.
I call.
She really does.
The blinds fold.
I just have an ace. No bad.
Ronnie are the slight favorite here, but it's pretty much a flip. And it's a flip that Lin Zhongwei needs to win. The flop. 6. King. 10.
Justified.
Advantage Zhongwei.
Supposed to say nice hand now.
If you want to win the pot, you should.
Nice hand.
顶住，我们 Chinese 是顶住。
I actually learned that from a slot machine.
Okay.
2 bet for Lin.
More us. Walk. More us. Okay.
Ronnie are now with a gut shot.
Anyway, okay.
I love this dude.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Lin Zhongwei survives unless there's a queen on the river. It's a queen! And he punches the flop!
I have literally never seen that before.
Lin Zhongwei eliminated in 8th place.
Struck down by Run God Rania.
China, I'm sorry. But man,
She apologized to an entire nation for that run out.
oh, man. You guys called for the king.
Zhongwei cashes for more than 181K.
Good luck to you. Bye-bye.
Good game.
I guess it's John Way and the highway.
Why is the short stack the one eliminating people and the rest of you are like sitting here?
Well, Rania, you have been running pretty good.
And she's now up to 8.3 million. And time for Lin Zhongwei to give his son the bad news. And then I just smashed all the cards on the table.
No way. Do you want to go get a froyo?
Oh, yeah. So, we are now just one elimination away from closing out the penultimate day of this tournament. Kings for David Coleman.
Oh, yeah.
Raises to 500,000. Round to the blinds. Boris Kuzmanovic in the small. Folds. Alex Fournier in the big.
Ace-8?
Ace-8 suited.
Hand of the day.
Fournier defends. We go to the flop.
You just can't fold ace-8 of spades there. It's simply too good.
6 of diamonds, 5 of spades, 8 of diamonds. Fournier with top pair, top kicker. But Coleman, big favorite with the overpair.
What in the world is going on with ace-8 today?
10 checks.
Fournier checks. Coleman likely to continue.
700.
700,000.
Fournier is going to need a couple more of those spades. Or an ace, or an 8. But he ain't folding.
All in.
Fournier check raises all in. Coleman
checks his cards
and calls.
Ooh.
Well, the stacks are close, but Fournier is the at-risk player here, and he is currently behind.
Ugh, big spot. And we're shoeless.
You're the kings, right?
Yeah.
And you're shoeless. Strong.
Shoeless Joe looking for 7-man out.
Fournier looking for an ace or an 8. And what a turn card!
Sweaty, sweaty.
Fournier now with the flush draw. Only a spade saves him. And that river card is the ultimate needle.
Let's go.
Coleman KOs Alex Fournier.
Alex, the one person Rania didn't eliminate.
And we are down to 6 players.
Such a brutal finish for Alex. We hardly saw any of him. Gets it in bad, gets his 6th sweat, but couldn't get it over the line.
The online qualifier cashes for 236,100 euros. And the remaining players get to bag and tag and come back tomorrow. Rania Nasruddin has done it. Straight off the back of her 3rd place finish in Monte Carlo, she has made the final day of the EPT main event here in Barcelona.
I knew she could do it.
And clearly a little bit emotional about it.
Nice hole. You need the king.
Rania not the only one to get a little lucky to get here. And enjoy the calmness of the paperwork now, because it's all kicking off tomorrow.
And it is Steven Song who will come into play tomorrow as the tournament favorite, as the chip leader, with the slight advantage over Marius Patea. David Coleman sits in 3rd, Rania Nasruddin 4th on the leaderboard with 33 big blinds. And Andrew Hume and Boris Kuzmanovic are the shortest stacks with around 20 big blinds each. Next time, we crown a champion at EPT Barcelona.
Well, this is it for us.
As the final 6 fight it out for the first prize of 1.5 million euros.
Thank you, guys.